Of our college football
when I stepped on the power cord.
As we'll see the LSU Tigers taking on the Florida Gators.
So I had to redo everything.
What's up, bro? Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Hey, man, don't listen to the critics. You got all the talent in the world. Just go out there and put on a show.
Thanks. He's alive.
All right, man. Hit me up when you get to the league.
Yeah.
For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
All right, let's get it, man.
First and 10, LSU. They'll try the left side. Livingston. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those.
Yeah, it happened. Oh, I thought he was going to run past that line. I'm going to say, hold up, hold up.
On second down now, Livingston.
Nowhere.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
All right, that's a lot better than what it did last time,
here
man.
On 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
Damn.
And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the first snap of his college football career as the Gators start 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
And he'll be out of bounds.
Oh, come on.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware.
Oh, he made it. Okay.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Jennings.
I'm trying to break out of that.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move here in the first quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think that's an example of how the game speed is different than in practice, because in practice, you might not be going full speed. A lot of guys in shorts coming your way, so it's going to be a big key to see how he adjusts to how the speed really picks up in this game and if he's able to get rid of the football.
And think about it, Charles. That's the first time he's hit the ground with a sack since his high school days. He played in a couple spring games, but those were non-contact for the quarterback.
Yeah, they're wearing a different color jersey. No one hits the QB, even in the spring game.
They'll look to throw. Yeah, incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play.
Give me the field goal, boss.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the legs here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They do get
turn this punt, baby. Let's go.
To go on 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Looking at another one here, just a little.
I'm like, yo, where'd he go? Is he not gonna catch this ball and play?
Start, but that hasn't been the case.
Good job.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they'll have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. A good throw there, but boy, a tough situation for this offense, for this program, really. When you think about it, Marcus Washington, 4-year starter, came in as a true freshman to lead this team. He's 3rd all-time in passing yards in school history.
Come on, baby.
2nd in touchdowns, twice an All-American, a Heisman finalist, all name in his college career, 53 starts. But now he sits and watches as his understudy for the last 4 years finally gets his shot in the leading role. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. 2nd and 5. Toward the sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the outcut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Goes back to Streets. This time he's got it.
Come on, baby. I was trying to give him that step on. Bam.
Before they're inside the 25.
Let's go.
18 yards and a 1st down. When prepping for this semifinal matchup, we went back and saw all the tape on Isaiah Streets throughout the year. And no matter who you talk with around the game, they say Isaiah Streets, what's so impressive, his route running ability. So much discipline, so much precision on the cuts. Not only that, but you sit down with him and you find out what an impressive young man he is for the amount of talent that he has and all the stars and accolades by his name. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
This is what can happen if you keep plays alive with your feet. He was in the pocket, got out of the pocket, and then gave his receivers a chance to get open. And
should be 10.
More than good enough
but
to
I missed the dang on field goal
for the score.
The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off.
He ain't coming out the end zone, man.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense for LSU back out there, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility
what is that
visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our
run it.
To throw is Thomas. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but
they run
third down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play.
Oh, you serious? Come on, man.
But on that one, he just overshot him.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ah, that's my fault.
Now the ball's out near midfield. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
Pick it back up. Yeah.
You need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
No, he caught that, man.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man,
that, bro.
all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested.
Hey, come on, let's get this ball back, baby.
It would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now he'll look to throw here on second.
Oh, he dropped it. Let's go.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Good hit, baby.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Looking to throw. Thomas.
Got him. Let's go.
Pressure, and down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football,
let's get it.
You're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys that they weren't playing they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
I tried to run.
Down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground.
Yeah, he dropped that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles got to like what his defense has been able to do.
That's a catch and run, dog.
They get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play.
Damn. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, they look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it.
Hey, this kid don't get a field goal, man.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
No, drop
him.
him.
For shut-up time, defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Thomas looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now.
Call it in the 3, baby. 3 is better than 7. Let's go.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting ready for their next possession, this Florida Gator offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half.
Nowhere to escape, and he
Bro, y'all tripping. I press R1.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Oh, come on, man.
Incomplete.
He caught that.
Florida's punter is out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's up. And from their own end zone, it's a fake.
Huh? What? What happened? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Here's a 1st and goal.
Come on. I thought you were finna throw it. Damn.
To throw is Thomas. Operating from the gun. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Final play of the first half.
Kidding me.
A penalty as they come up on 1st and 10. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. 1 half down in Arlington, and it's the Gators on top.
Let's go. Hey, kid. Just checking in with you. How do you feel about the first half?
That's how you play. Let's go. We had a great first half. We keep doing what we're doing, we might win this thing.
There's a lot of we's in that sentence. It's a good thing to recognize your teammates. But you remember, you're leading the charge tonight, all right? So get out there and let's put this thing away. Second half. Let's go.
Hey.
Coach.
Really good job out there in the first half. I should have trusted you more. That's on me.
I'm over it. All that matters is the win.
All right. Can you handle it if I open up the playbook a little bit in the second half?
Let's do it.
Let's get him.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup.
Man, loser, baby. I gotta start playing smart.
Taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Gators
hey, I gotta start playing smart, y'all. I've been throwing too many interceptions.
Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin.
I want to score, baby.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They run a draw here on second down. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now throwing on first down and completing it.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
Touchdown. We were setting up and going over our run-throughs early this afternoon, and I'm talking 6 hours before kickoff. We saw Isaiah Streets out there alone with just his young quarterback and center going through all sorts of different routes, making sure that they had everything ironed out, and it pays off there on the touchdown throw. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. That'll be taken in the end zone.
You better not bring out the end zone, boy.
This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and
no, baby, no.
to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield.
Nowhere.
Swings it out to his running back.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18.
Damn it.
That's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49.
That don't look like 4 yards. That look like it was a negative 8-yard fucking damn return.
Getting ready for their next possession, this Florida Gator offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but
this
is going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
I should have stiff-armed his ass.
As he takes this up near the 25. On 3rd down, he'll
you right there.
Throw.
You right there, baby. First down. Let's go.
Side, it's complete. He's They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or
let's
what
go.
They do. We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. So much made about the fact that we've got a quarterback who's never seen the field in a college football game. But you go back to his high school days, he's played in front of crowds. Maybe not quite this size, but it wasn't abnormal for them to have 15,000, 20,000 people in the stands at his high school games. And the numbers from his senior year as a prepster, impressive. Led his team to a 14-0 record, threw for close to 4,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions.
Damn, I thought they would have blocked better than that.
Chipped in 11 rushing touchdowns to boot. So it's not as if this guy doesn't know what he's doing out there under center.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively.
Make him miss, baby. Let's go.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. 1st and 10, Florida. He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards. You know, you think back to what kind of parallels you can draw for what this young quarterback is trying to do, try to lead a team to a national championship with so little experience. And the one name that I come back to, Cardell Jones at Ohio State back in the 2014 season. Very similar situation. Limited appearances through the first few years of his career. Then all of a sudden he's thrust into the national spotlight, just like this young man has been. And all Jones was able to do, well, win a national championship and then move on to a career in the NFL. So it can definitely happen. That is caught. Hit streets. That one good
no
for
flag?
26 and a first down.
Okay.
Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a first down.
And the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush the quarterback makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt.
Oh, come on. That's a touchdown, bro.
Trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet,
but
it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The LSU offense about set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Oh, damn, that's that hurt.
Thomas now to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take
come on.
situations.
He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes. You also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted. because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes
baby, let's go.
And gets it. I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can
2 minutes away from the championship game, baby. Let's go.
If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team.
Well, he was wide open.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He was wide open.
Options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL.
Hey, man, what y'all doing?
Those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases.
I'm talking for that quarterback head, boy.
Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them.
How is he wide open?
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Looking to throw. Thomas.
No.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
No.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do.
Come on, baby. Less than a minute. Let's go.
As fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready.
What the hell?
It's an LSU touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
I'm not sure win-win
Bro,
is
they
the
cannot get this. Let's go.
Here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown.
Got him. Game over with. Let's go, baby.
So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, come on.
Complete. 4th down.
Bro, you got to be kidding me, bro. He caught that, man.
Over on downs on the short side of the field. The situation filled offensively as follows. Down by 5. And time, a huge factor. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is
all right, didn't get 3, didn't get 6. Let's go.
Quite to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw.
Come on, man.
Will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. C.J. Trahan with time running out. And LSU has jumped out in front.
So
halfway.
No. Guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown.
No, let's go.
In the contest.
I'm making a comeback.
They were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before
starting
that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Complete.
You gotta be kidding me, yo. That's it. I'm done. We lost. Maybe next time.